soon.
Do you need any help? Oh, you ready?
I think so. You are ready.
I'm here to help for the next 12 minutes.
Thank you, thank you.
Do
Do you need help bringing it up?
I don't think so. I'll text if I do.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Which that's fine, you know, it's just different.
Yeah.
Hi, is this the Civic Life?
Yes,
Okay, this is the-
congratulate, you found the room, which was difficult.
It's exciting. I mean, I went to a couple last semester and it was in like the big auditorium. It's like, I feel like, right?
Probably, we try to have them in the rap room, but there's so many classes in there now.
Right,
that
yeah.
It's tough.
Mostly because I just got stuck.
Thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you, I'm Elena.
You too, Elena?
Yes.
Nice to meet you too, I'm Jess.
Jess, nice to meet you, Jess. Are
Are
you
you-
running this?
My colleague Shanley is, but I work with Shanley and do events, so.
Oh, nice. I'm a junior, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I just like talking to her all like really cool.
No.
I know, it's cool to see.
Yeah,
them.
it's fine.
And I'm like,
It's
oh,
fine.
fine.
I know, I love like
Okay.
lunch and learn when I don't have to do anything, but I
Yeah,
get to
just,
hear
like,
about something
learn.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought I was like, check it out, because I saw on Eventbrite, so.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
glad. How's your full semester going so far?
Isn't that
so
It's kind of busy.
sad?
Yeah, I bet.
I'm doing, I'm studying computer science and arts.
And art?
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's like, kind of balancing, going to SMFA and then.
I was about to say, are your art classes here or SMFA?
SMFA, yeah,
Okay.
so the
Oh,
travel
you said
there,
where they're like-
yeah, it's like my SMFA, I had 2 classes there yesterday, and I was there from like 8 AM to 8 PM. Like,
Holy moly.
yeah, it's like kind of bad, but yeah, it's cool.
What
like
art classes are you taking?
I'm taking
It's but like you
a
can
printmaking
tell, like,
class.
and it's funny because
Cool, like screen printing
It's
or?
like holographs and
like
stuff.
Cool.
And
when I
then,
grew up, like we
also
were super weird.
a metals like casting class.
But we
Oh,
did
that's
have a lot of
cool.
Yeah,
just, like,
it's kind of hard, but
Do you use like welders
there
and
was,
stuff?
it was a little bit
Yeah, we do,
different,
like,
but like same thing.
soldering
now
and like using
we're in a
casting.
situation
So
and,
we
like,
melt the metal and
like,
then cast
it's
it
weird. She
into
Cool.
something you like 3D made in a 3D software. Yeah.
That's super cool.
because they're
Yeah.
Oh, if I were to like do Tufts again, I would.
like she feels inferior to them.
I should
My
take
mom
art
feels
classes.
inferior.
I didn't when I was a student, and I regret it.
I see.
But-
Can you take it now though? Like.
That's true, I could.
You're just you.
Often I find it's like hard to
I mean, yeah,
balance.
I mean,
with
I don't know
a
if you know, but you-
full-time job.
Yeah, that
But,
makes sense.
sometimes I'll take art classes through the Cambridge Center for Adult Education. Hi, are you here for the Civic Life Lunch?
Yes.
You were in the right room.
The pollinator talk, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they have really fun classes. They're moderately expensive depending on what you've done. Like I took a screen printing class there, which was really fun.
Yeah, I did screen printing last semester, yeah.
Nice.
It was very hard.
It is hard. It seems hard to control, or I felt like I had trouble
Yeah.
controlling it, yeah. It's still fun. Oh, welcome.
Do I need to like check in or something?
Nope. Nope, you're here for the Civic Life Lunch.
Yeah, for the TPI.
Pollinator, yes. Sometimes this room is hard to find, so.
The signs were helpful.
Oh, good. Yes, lunch should be here very soon.
This building is amazing.
It really is.
I worked really hard. It's a
Well,
different.
have you ever been in Baloo?
I like watching.
I've had no reason to ever be in there.
It's, none of the staircases make sense. It's like one staircase is grand and beautiful, and then there's like one that goes to like a random door in the attic. It's like very
I just
confusing.
like winked at her. So I was like, she probably is like.
It's really old, right?
And I think that's part of the problem. They like did various additions and
Yeah.
stuff. But
They tried to
if you need to
split
get to the
them.
third floor not using the elevator, like I don't know how you get there.
I didn't even know there was a third floor.
So there is, it's very hot up there.
Brushed up.
Yes, nice to meet you. No, it's fine. I'm excited for your talk. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I have like that.
I'll be back up again. Can
I just set up that table?
Yeah. Okay. Is that enough to
No.
place for you? Yes. Yeah, you can sit anywhere. Of course.
No, that'd be great if I just, I wouldn't have been able to.
Yes, I could do this.
I think you can solve it. That's all, yeah.
We only have to know that.
That sounds really. So. What is this? Let's see.
That's a false symbol.
Please help yourself to food, folks.
Did you watch Dance Motion Fire?
I watched the first couple of them, because I felt the.
Oh my
But I got Lauren Marks.
Oh,
And
Jordan
No,
Childs?
Jordan Child, she's. Sorry, my brain was not.
How you doing?
She was.
That was, okay, I had a feeling, I was so
Yes.
glad we, my husband and I were so glad we stayed up. Because we were like, that was incredible, and I felt like last week they were kind of, like, carrying called them out too. First, they didn't know what they were doing, and they should have gone back and revisited it, I was really crazy. And I really like,
They asked.
okay, I think the guys were scoring them all the time, the scoring never guy did not get any scores either, and like, I'm like, I told you, I was glad to talk to you. Mary is the only one not for the skaters.
I agree.
Yeah, it's really obvious.
It's incredibly obvious.
Because it's like a maze, like there's a lot of like.
You did it, you found the right room.
There's like stairs and.
I'm enjoying watching you try to decide where to sit. It's an important decision.
I mean.
Yeah.
Where do you sit? Please never choose.
Following me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow you. Salvi, otherwise just twirling around.
Thank you so much for being so.
No, oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Want staff to include in
Oh my
that.
gosh. Always,
You're
I'm
making my
like,
life much easier.
I'm so happy that people are actually approaching me
Good.
to share this data. So I'm finishing up the graph right now for Dana, and then I will just send the session to you.
That's
I also had another report I created for Tony a couple months ago.
Today the
so
last,
yeah. And if you're looking for individual stuff, or a more specific thing, you can email me.
Amazing, thank you.
So who's teaching that this semester?
You chose here?
Yes.
Did I sit here?
No.
It looks like someone's already on the table.
Yes.
Oh. Come on.
I'm glad they have someone new teaching because that was my suggestion in our end of semester.
I've already signed up.
As soon as they sent the email, like I signed up for every single one of them.
Amazing, 10 years.
Yeah, but how did you
I
have
bet
that?
there are more. Food stuff in the back.
Yes.
I got this note that said I.
The one, the Independence Day, that one's moderate.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yes. The one I was
Yeah.
really
It's got- you get like a-
And then, so I get like.
No, we got
Did I cut you?
Okay.
No.
I'm trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
I don't think it processes
Yeah.
after a while.
That's really good.
Are you gonna join us? Like,
About.
like 1990s scorpions. It's like-
Yeah.
I could get a little like.
Yeah.
Or Instagram. Okay, so I don't know if you saw my picture, one of the guest speakers, she, is like with Orange.
I saw one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she's so cool.
I'm so excited.
Well, I don't know, like TikTok, famous like stars.
Yeah, and I would say like you're in the like one of the top.
Like God's speaker, like she's like really well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, someone's on there, but is that what she got? I think they're so weird.
That's always the fun. Oh, yeah.
So I got her ticket. It's just what it is.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, I think we just send it.
Yeah,
I'm like international.
So yeah, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
I saw the face. It's just like, I don't know what they'll
I just spent a moment of staring at my
You should just show up.
And Sam.
She's been doing.
Webinars from graduates.
Signature passage. Yeah, this is documented. Oh, I'm familiar. I'm familiar. That's I personally don't, but like.
It's so full.
I know.
I was at home. Do you know what I mean?
Are you able
I know Sarah's taught.
and then it came over my head. No, I get one. I get a signed book. Yeah, what series is good?
Whoa.
No, I was already thinking, just like, I need to rewatch that. He's like, and then it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
and you know who's got great taste and would enjoy that? It's the teacher.
Your last year?
Oh, my God.
It's your first year.
It's my first year in the grad. Good. 2 years after graduating.
Field, I was doing environmental education. So, yeah, but so like getting back to academia has been crazy. Yeah. But it's nice to go. I'm sure you guys might know a little. I remember in undergrad being like, every summer I come back from break and be like, do I remember how to do this? Yeah. And so then imagine those 2 years. So it's like, do I remember how to do this?
So he's gotten back to me.
No. I just realized like that's furniture. It was like, yeah, that's perfect.
I meet so many people. I never. It's like there's nothing I don't know.
I don't know, but no pressure.
But I feel like.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you.
Really?
No, yeah. Yeah, that was like kind of.
I've heard things about that class.
Oh, really?
I've heard.
Okay, yeah. Fine, how's yours? Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's a skill. That is a big skill.
Yeah, it is clear too.
It is. It is.
Those happens here are awesome.
Yeah, perfect.
Maybe they'll put it.
Yeah, actually, I didn't name that. Okay, so I just missed you. I was there from seven.
Oh, really?
Working on my assignment.
Really? That's no, I didn't
I
realize.
missed for the second class. But I was there during the entire.
I literally just.
Right behind you. Yeah, I mean, it's why you there.
Same street.
Yeah. Why are you there?
Then some of it.
Why you did you?
Just come, like it's the other day of school, you know.
That's so bad.
Landscaping, I mean, it's like.
You know the shelf?
Yeah.
That was yeah.
Almost, no, but I'll even.
Sometimes they can.
Yeah.
It's always. But you have to have a Microsoft. Yeah, it's like.
Even like I think I do, and I still.
Next, how are you?
Now everything now.
That sounds a lot like the one when. So I usually socios. It's like socioeconomic.
I ran to the elevator, it took 5 months. The elevator still
Peaches. Yeah.
Nobody in our.
Sustainability.
That's really
Yes, I do. What is? How are you doing?
This is like the first time
I know.
Which I said I was.
I've never had this happen, but I once.
It was definitely. Sorry. 2-hour. Yeah, they were great.
Like I'll stand to the side.
I need to wear clothing.
Oh, no.
For example,
Exact same time I lived there.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Shanley Bailey, and I'm the senior events coordinator here at Tisch College. I'm very excited to welcome you to our very first Civic Life Lunch of the semester. I hope this is the first of many conversations we'll share throughout the fall. Our lunchtime theme this semester is From Tufts Forward, exploring how ideas move through our campus and beyond, shaping the ways we learn, lead, and engage with the world. Each event will dive into civic life in action. We'll see how art tells powerful truths, hear stories that ignite change, meet alumni making an impact, and discover how friendship can be an act of civic courage. And in December, we'll gather for a special reception to reflect and celebrate together. You can see a full lineup of all of our Tisch College events at tischcollege.edu/events. To kick off today's event, we're joined by the Tufts Pollinator Initiative and Blythe Elderd. Blythe is a senior at Tufts studying biology and environmental studies with a minor in urban studies. She became involved with the Tufts Pollinator Initiative in 2023 through her passion for urban ecology and now serves as the club's president. And on campus, she has worked in both ecological fieldwork and urban planning, experiences that shape her focus on the intersection of ecology and urban spaces. Please continue to help yourselves to lunch as you settle in, and join me in welcoming Blythe.
Hello, and to start out this talk, first of all, I'm doing like a really short presentation, and then afterwards we're gonna like delve into an activity where people are gonna create their own seed medleys so that they can plant pollinator gardens of their own. So stick around after this talk and I'll explain more about the activity later. But yeah, to place myself in TPI, I've been involved since the summer of 2023, where I worked on an urban ecology project with previous grad student Karen Dooley in the Crone Lab. We were looking at how the bicolored striped sweat pea or Agapostum inflorescens is present in community gardens in Medford, Somerville, and Cambridge. I unfortunately don't have any good pictures of me doing field work that summer, so just pretend this is like a slightly more urban setting and like it's the same thing. And actually that research recently got published this month. So if you're curious about it, check it out. Anyways, Tufts Pollinator Initiative, or TPI, started in 2019 with PhD student Nick Dorian, who's also in the Crone Lab and has gone on to work at the Chicago Botanic Gardens. Nick Dorian started this organization to support urban pollinators through both habitat creation and community education. Since the Crone Lab has since left Tufts, they're now at UC Davis. We have kind of pared back our organization to mostly focus on habitat creation, which involves the maintenance of our gardens on campus, and then also providing seeds for our seed library, which provides like free native plant seeds for community members around Tufts so that we can proliferate native plants around our own environment. But right now, during this semester and in the future, we're gonna do more of a push towards community education. So events that we've done in the past have included tabling for community events. We've done pollinator safaris, we've done garden tours, as well as like trivia and other outreach events. So if you have any thoughts on what you would like to see TPI do, just like keep that in mind. So yeah. So these are 4 gardens on campus. They're beautiful right now. They will be less beautiful in the fall. But these 4 gardens, the first, the 574 Boston Ave is our flagship garden. This was first planted in 2019 and then expanded on the hillside, which is shown in this picture, in 2021 and 2022. We expanded it even more. So it now has the footprint as it did in 2022. This 574 Boston Ave garden is also home to our seed library. So if you don't get enough seeds from this event, or if you want a larger variety of native plant seeds, please check out the seed library. It's usually stocked with a couple of different species of native plants. The Tisch Library gardens, which are like on the steps when you go down to go into Tisch Library, these were planted in 2019 and they're still thriving today. The SEC or TTC garden was planted in 2022 as part of our expansion. And then the Barnum Gardens, which are the closest gardens to us right now, and then also the most unique gardens in this series of 4, include this greenhouse, which is actually on the roof of Barnum. If anyone's ever seen it, you should like take a look if you haven't like looked up at the roof. But we have used the greenhouse in the past to grow plants for a plant sale in the summer. And then also the outside component of this Barnum garden is actually a research garden. So right now it's operating similarly to the other gardens pictured here. But in the next semester and then in the fall, we're hoping to have professors at Tufts actually use this garden as something to support their learning. So why are urban pollinators important? These are some of my favorite urban pollinators. This is the common eastern bumblebee, or Bombus impatiens, and then this is my favorite, the bicolored striped sweatbee. It's very cute. It's Agaplastum inflorescens. And these pollinators and others such as like birds, bats, wasps, butterflies are all supported by these native plant habitats that we have here. It's important to have like urban native plant habitats in specific because these habitats help create biodiversity in urban areas and also help with ecosystem services, which is essential in urban areas and also essential for pollinators, which don't actually migrate like in a very large footprint. So they need to have resources that are in urban areas as well as in rural areas in order for them to thrive. Pollinators recently have had a decline, and this is due to environmental factors such as climate change, non-native species, disease, and other factors. And so to support these pollinators and to bring up their numbers, we have to have habitats for them. And so if you've thought about any thing that you want to see TPI do in the future, we are actually hosting an event tomorrow from 1 to 3, and we're meeting right outside the Barnum Gardens. And then we're gonna walk to 48 Professors Row. So if you have any ideas on what you want the future of TPI to be, please show up to this event. Also, if you cannot show up to this event and you still have an idea, you can either email me, talk to me, or you can follow Tufts Pollinates on Instagram. And we have like a story right now that you can write an idea in, and we would just love to hear from all of you. Any idea is a good idea. And now I'm gonna like do a little intro on our activity and then pause for questions for a bit. Okay, so today we're gonna be creating a seed medley. How we're gonna do this in the back table, I have a bunch of seeds set up. Also, please let me know if we're like running low on seeds because I have like a ton of extras. And I can just refill as we go. So what you're gonna do is grab an envelope and pick, I'm gonna do a little preview of the seeds that we have right now. Just like think about what seeds you want. And when you get to the back table, pick out those seeds. Also, we have a handout. The handout is just explanation on how to plant these seeds, when to plant them. And also on the back of the handout, it's all the seeds that I have provided today. So just highlight or circle them just so you have an idea of what you grabbed and also how to properly care for them. And then also, please find me to ask me any questions that you might have. So here's the seeds I have to offer today. Okay. Here we go. The New England aster, Cynthia trichum. This blooms September through October. And then right now I'm also going to explain stratification, which some of you may know and some of you might not. So since these are all native plants, they grow in cold New England weather. And since we have seasons in New England, the plants need to know like when it's springtime so that they can sprout and then bloom. And so what happens is that these seeds have to go through a period, and in this case it's 60 days. It's usually from 30 to 90 days, where they have to be under 40 degrees. And so this temperature allows the seeds to know that it's winter. And then when it's no longer under 40 degrees, the seeds will know that it's spring and they'll bloom. So we want to make sure to plant your seeds out when it's already cold and it will not get warm until the spring. So this is usually around like December 1st, so that the seeds don't get confused and bloom too soon when they're really vulnerable and then can like freeze. And Anise is another one of our seeds, agastache. It's very beautiful, also a purple flower. Pollinators love it. If you go look at our gardens, the pollinators are just always around that agastache. We also have the narrow-leaf mountain mint. I think this one, even if you smell the seeds, they do smell very minty, which is exciting. This one also doesn't have any stratification like component, so if you wanted to, you could probably plant this inside sooner and it would still sprout. Then we also have two goldenrods. This is the showy goldenrod, Solidaga speciosa. And then we also have the seaside goldenrod, which is Solidaga sempervirens. And then the last one that I have to show you today is bee balm, wild bergamot. Bees also, obviously by the name, love this plant. And yeah. I'm gonna go to questions for a second, and then I'm gonna display this slide again so that people have an idea of the things that they can choose. Currently, it's not advancing, but anyways, does anyone have any questions? Yes.
I was curious about how you got started with the various pollinator gardens, like what that process was like with whoever you worked with at Tufts University to make it happen.
So unfortunately, this all happened before I started at Tufts. So when I started at Tufts in the fall of 2022, which means all of these gardens were already here. But currently, to maintain these gardens, we work a lot with facilities, which have given us both the space and the materials to both plant and maintain our gardens, which has been really great. Yeah. Yes.
So for the New England aster one, do you, the other ones say like sow on soil surface? What do you do with that one?
That one, if it doesn't say, you should also sow this on the soil surface, and then what you do is you put like a layer of leaves on top of it to like kind of like imitate a fall environment. And then these leaves should like cover the plants and kind of just like keep it a little bit more moist in there. And so in the spring, they should come up.
So you don't really dig any holes?
No, you don't have to dig any holes for these, yeah.
So as we're going about making our medleys, should we be taking into account those stratification days and making sure we're including seeds within one bundle that have similar stratification needs? Or is it okay for us to choose medleys that have different stratification needs?
It's totally fine to choose medleys with different stratification. The stratification is more like a minimum, I guess. So the plant is not gonna like know it's spring until it reaches that minimum, but afterwards it usually should plant, just cause like outside, if the seed's like on the ground and it's frozen for like 90 days, they still have the chance to like bloom. So. Any other questions? Yes.
I have two questions on Zoom from our virtual attendees. So if you don't mind, I'll ask them both
Go for
together.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bronwyn asked, do you have mini plot plans as to which plants are best next to each other to have something blooming for a longer period? So that's question number one. And then second question is, will the seeds that you're sharing today be available at the seed library?
So I'm gonna answer the second question first. If the seeds that we're sharing today, either like the same species or like other native species will be available at the seed library. So we should have things at the seed library. The Solidaga will definitely be there. Other things we might have just a little less of. So I can't promise that they're gonna be there, but we will have like a variety of native plant seeds. And then also for like planting to ensure like the most plants come up, you don't want to like overcrowd your gardens, just so that like each seed has the opportunity to be planted. Also, it is a little bit harder to grow things from seed than to grow things from like bugs, which means that there's like a chance that your seeds won't grow, but just like evenly spreading things out and making sure not to have like too many is probably the best way to go. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes.
So when you say bunny proof, what does that mean?
So if you speak to any New England gardener, they have many bad things to say about bunnies, because the bunnies get into everything. So some of these plants, the bunnies are less likely to eat, or they enjoy them less, and so bunny proof just means that your garden's get less likely to be like decimated by a bunny population. So yeah. Yes.
On one of the earlier slides, there was a picture of a bumble or some sort of bee and what looks like a water gun. I don't know if you know what are you, can you explain what that
Okay,
is?
wait, let me go back. Okay,
Yeah,
this one?
yeah.
So these are like what we call, instead of like bee guns, they're like bee vacuums. Basically, they like suction up the bee. So, and then you like flip this thing so the bee is like trapped in it. And so you can just observe them better and like not have to like touch them with your bare hands. So yeah, and then you can like easily like transfer them to something else to observe. But yeah, it's just like a temporary holding for a bee. But yeah, technically they're child's toys, but they work really well. Yeah.
I feel like ever since I was like really young, I was always really afraid of bees, but I feel like that's probably a misconception with wasps. And like I was wondering if you could like clear up like the vibe of these bees, and if I like plant all of these like flowers near my house, like are they super friendly or like what's the
Bees like normally don't really want to sting you. They're like doing their own thing. Also only female bees can sting, and so male bees, especially male bumblebees, actually have this like little yellow mustache, and so you'll know it's a male bee. They actually can't sting you at all. So if you want to grab them with your bare hands, like I'm not endorsing it, you could. But yeah. So bees usually don't want to sting you. I know you've probably heard that like if a bee stings you, it like loses its stinger and like dies. This actually is only in honeybees. All the other species of bees, at least in New England, like don't have this happen to them, so they can sting you multiple times, but they really don't want to. I worked with bees for like many years. The only time I got stung by a bee was when I sat on it, so. Yeah.
About the goldenrod plants that have the, is it like August through November blooming dates? So I've lived in New England for a little over 6 years, and I've noticed that the first frost here, like the timing of it can vary wildly. How does that affect those like November flowers?
I mean, I don't know, if you like look in the gardens right now, like the August through November is like, the goldenrods are usually like early or not early, like they're like late to come up and like late to go to seed, but you can see right now it's like, I don't know, end of September, a lot of them are already going to seed. So that's probably just like the spread of like the goldenrods growing, and not necessarily like a like prescription of each goldenrod plant.
Super interesting.
Yeah, if no one has any questions, everything's set up in the back. So if people want to get started and collecting seeds, we can all stand up and go do that. Yay, go Blythe.
Why is there both every time Emily started talking?
Because that's what you both said.
Yes.
Can you do like yeah.
I know, I want to as well. I've actually planted them before, like some days, like.
So I just, we just chatted
Honestly.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Like a real.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know. Maybe you want to ask stuff like that.
Oh, where you are, Waltham?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the, like,